Hey guys, sorry I'm a bit late making some videos for the powers unit, but the unit test is still 4 days away, so it gives you still a bit of time to look over these and help you out if you need some questions answered. The first thing I want to go over are the exponent laws. Those are definitely the most important things to understand, and most likely the type of questions you'd see on your final exam. So the first one is product of a power. When multiplying powers with the same base, add the exponents. So here's a simple example of that. You have 4 to the power of 3 times 4 to the power of 7. So to combine these powers together, we add their exponents. So 3 plus 7 is 10, and the base stays the same. Make sure that you don't make the mistake if you see something like 4 to the power of 3 plus 4 to the power of 7, you cannot use that exponent law to combine those together. It only works if we are multiplying the two bases, or the two powers, and both of the bases are the same. That's the only way you could do this. This question here, if you actually had to solve it, you would just use BEDMAS. So you would figure out what 4 to the power of 3 is, and then 4 to the power of 7, and then add those two numbers together to get the answer. Okay, next exponent law is quotient of a power. And that one says when dividing powers with the same base, subtract the exponents. Let's take a quick example here. 8 to the power of 7 divided by 8 to the power of 5. Okay, since we've got two powers here, both with the base of 8, we can combine them by subtracting their exponents. So 7 minus 5 is 2. So that's what that would become. Now, the more common form you'll see of this type of question is when it's written as a fraction. So it would look like 8 to the power of 7 over 8 to the power of 5. Remember, a fraction is the same thing as dividing. You've got to remember that. Here's another quick example. Let's do x to the power of 10 over x to the power of 6. So that would become x to the power of 10 minus 6, which is 4. Let's take a look at a question that incorporates both of those laws. So here's the question. Negative 4 to the power of 8 times negative 4 divided by negative 4 to the power of 15 times negative 4 to the power of 6. So we have 4 powers here, all with the same base, negative 4. And we're all multiplying and dividing them, not adding or subtracting, which means we can use those two exponent laws. Now, let's take a look at the first one here, these two powers. We've got negative 4 to the power of 8 times negative 4. So since we're multiplying, we know we need to add the exponents. Now, don't get worried, there actually is an exponent here. Remember, anything to the power of 1 is itself. So for example, 5 to the power of 1 is 5. So in this example, negative 4 is actually the same thing as negative 4 to the power of 1. So I'm going to go ahead and just let me erase that and put an exponent of 1 there, just so I know. So we're going to add these exponents because we're multiplying the powers. 8 plus 1 gets us 9. Now, in the next step, we are dividing the powers. So that means we're going to subtract the next exponent. So we're going to do 8. I'm going to write this down here. This is going to be the new exponent. 8 plus 1 minus 15. And what about this last step here? We are multiplying the last base, so that means we're going to add the last exponent, plus 6. Okay, 8 plus 1, that gets us 9. Next up, we're going to do 9 minus 15, which is negative 6. and then we're going to add 6 to that, which is just 0. Now, 0 is not our answer. That is what the new exponent becomes. The base is still going to be the same, which is negative 4. So our answer is going to be negative 4 with the new exponent, so it's to the power of 0. Don't forget, negative bases, you've got to keep those brackets around there. So that would be the answer for that question. Alright, that's it for this video. In the next one, I'll cover probably the next 3 exponent laws.